So, Dennis,
Yes.
I know you got so many funny songs under your belt, but some of the titles you have so funny, like I'm thinking of being a Catholic again.
Yes, that's one of the funny ones.
Okay, and I Hate Everybody.
I Hate Everybody is one of my favorite songs.
I like it already. Vocal dyslexia.
Vocal dyslexia isn't a song, it's a public service announcement, but it's got musical background, so it's kind of like the first rap song.
So I want to hear it all. Could you bless us with a little medley, please?
Oh, sure. Well, which one do you want to hear first? You know what? Let's do I Hate Everybody first, because, I think that's universal, don't you? I mean, everyone can hate somebody. Everyone can get behind it. Okay, so this. Well, I hate everybody, and it's so much fun. It feels so good to see no good in anyone. Ooh, I hate everybody. How'd I get this way? There's nothing to it. All you gotta do is start your day. Sitting in a coffee shop, I'm just trying to read my book. Those damn human beings, they are everywhere you look. Talking loudly on their phones while their children scream and play. How do I hate thee? Let me count the ways. Oh, I hate everybody. Gay or straight, black or white, young or old, I don't discriminate. Ooh, I hate everybody. From A to Z. Even Mother Teresa's gonna disappoint you eventually. Now I'll go right to the end. I hate everybody. Nothing I can do. I don't know who I hate the most. It could be you. I don't know who I hate the most. It could be you. Yeah, you. That's the shortened version. I didn't do the verse about don't you put those 20 items on the grocery line. The sign says express 10 items or less. I hope you die. That's a good verse. These are just people that piss everybody off. So there you go. Yeah.
I know some guys drinking beer or whatever gonna love that song, right?
Oh yeah, that's good. Well, that's who I want. That's my demographic, the beer drinking guy.
Okay, so the next.
The next one is a song that I wrote years ago because I was raised Catholic, and then many of us Catholics just like go away after a certain age going, okay, we're not going to church anymore. This is ridiculous. I want to sleep in on Sundays. And then as you get older, you start going, those weren't such bad days. We have fond memories of going to church. So this is, especially with the things being the way they are now, you start going, maybe I should start being religious again as you get closer to the end of your life. I'm thinking of being a Catholic again. I'm thinking of being a Catholic again. I've been a lapsed one since I don't know when, but I seem to remember happier times then. I'm thinking of being a Catholic again. Maybe I'll take in a high mass or two, try to join in on some hymns I once knew, cause I think that it might be the right thing to do. I'm thinking of being a Catholic again. I am a member of the human race. I need salvation, redemption, and grace. And that Jesus, he's got it all over the place. So I'm thinking of being a Catholic again. Because I'm sick of self-help books and psychology, blaming my childhood and my family. And my shrink has become too expensive for me. So I'm thinking of being a Catholic again. Maybe it's time I no longer resist, wondering daily if God does exist. Because why take a chance that he's here and he's pissed? I'm thinking of being a Catholic again. I lie awake late at night in my bed, thinking of people I'd like to see dead. But if I were Catholic, I'd love them instead. So I'm thinking of being a thinking of being. I'm thinking, oh, I'm thinking of being a Catholic again. I've been a lapsed one since I don't know when, and I've still got my card. I just need to sign in, and I'm thinking of being a Catholic again. Ave Maria, pass the sangria, 'cause I'm gonna be a Catholic again. Amen. I'm gonna burn in hell.
Thank you. I can't wait for the last one, though.
Oh, the last one. Okay, so this is a public service announcement that I did at the Writers Guild Awards in 2005. There's a disease terrible that strikes 5 out of 1 Americans. Vocal dyslexia, it's called. An ailment I've been lifing all my fight. It can warn without striking and has no regard for case, reed, or cruller. The symptoms? Speechal garb. Backs coming out wordwords, and an inability to send a complete puts together. The victims, innocent people like moo and pee. Sadly, vocal dyslexia is wilding like spread fire, and there is no cure for sin. But there is hope. The Dyslexia Foundation recommends these things 3. Third, at the first trouble signal, physician and consultant. Second, stay in bed and drink fluty of plenties. And first, read as can as you munch. For more information, write 555 Teen 5th Street, Grand Missions, Rapigan. Thank you, muchie ver.
That was a little comedy show.
Yes, it was a little, what was it, 8-minute comedy show, whatever it was.
Thank you so much for that.
Vocal dyslexia, the one I just did there, it just came about. It was part of a show that I did a long time ago, and they needed a public service announcement. It's a funny commercial, and I just came up with that. Said, well, I stumble over my words sometimes, and I said, well, it'd be funny if you did if the disease that you were talking about, or the condition you talk about, what if it was like when you talk, you get words backwards? So I came up with that. That's the story of those 3 little bits there. Genius.
Did you write something about the coronavirus?
Well, let's see. I wrote a parody. Remember when at the beginning of it, where everyone was trying to get toilet paper? Toilet paper, how I need you, and I hope someday you won't run out. 'Cause if I run out of toilet paper, I forget how. That was it. It's on my YouTube channel. It's called the TP Song. If people really want to hear the whole thing, I did it from my closet. Yes, but the EP that I'm going to come out with in the next month or 2 is going to be called Songs from Captivity. So there's one in there that's about kind of like, let's stay inside. That was the one. This is like the first couple of weeks of the pandemic, and came up with this. Well, a warm breeze is blowing, a hummingbird is singing, Mr. Sun is bragging about the flowers he's bringing. This perfect day has its arms open wide, so let's stay inside. Well, the rain is long departed, the weather can't be finer. The clouds are busy visiting their relatives in China. Our bicycles are all pumped up for a ride, so let's stay inside. Well, we waited all winter for spring to come. Now it's here, I'm told. Oh, but while we were sleeping, someone sneezed into some petri. Now our best laid plans are all on hold. Well, kites should be flying, frisbees should be floating, we should be playing baseball, going hiking, going boating. Our backyard barbecues shall not be denied, so let's stay inside. Okay, here we go. It's such a lovely day to walk in the park, so let's just stay in the dark. Ooh, do do ba do be dweet, ba do ba do be dweet, ba do ba do be do ba do do da da. I'd really love to take you out for a date, so let's isolate. Well, the winter was bitter, thank the Lord we had Netflix to help us pass the time. But now the snow is melted, now it's time that we all shelter safe at home and binge on Amazon Prime. Finding fun is harder than finding Ferris Bueller, so put your beer and sandwiches right back in that cooler. The picnic's canceled, but we still got our pride, so let's stay inside. I went and got the mail today, and I'm satisfied. That was fun. So let's stay inside. Ooh, let's just stay inside. What a nice day. Let's not go out.
Ooh, I loved it. So tell me about your new EP.
Oh, okay. So, you know, one of the things we do, people go, what are you doing? How are you keeping from going crazy? Because, you know, there's only so many times you can walk around the block before you get tired of walking around your block, and, you know, and watching TV and that sort of stuff. So I've been writing. I'm sure, I bet you have too, right? Mm-hmm. Writing some songs. And these are, I usually go to Nashville once a year to record an album.
Ah,
so go there.
yeah.
And I go to the studio where they get some of the top players in Nashville and they do your songs, but I'm not doing that this year, not getting on a plane for a while. So I went through my archives and looked for songs that I had just done that can be done pretty simply, like with bass, guitar, drums, and maybe a harmonica or something. And I found like 4 of those that I had written over the last couple of weeks. And I put those together, and I'm in the studio doing that. And then I'm going to add a live performance of the Catholic song, which you just heard. Well, most of them will be kind of serious songs, but the Catholic song is going to be a funny one. And then after that, depending on how long this stupid thing goes on, I might just do an EP of just funny songs, because I have like about 5 or 6 of those. You know, so I might call that one the funny ones. But this one's, I think, is going to be called Songs from Captivity. We already got David Ramirez on drums. A lot of the people in town here in Las Vegas are you know, going to be playing on it. So like about 5 or 6 of those musicians. So we'll see what happens. You know, put it out there and hopefully people will listen to it. Great.
Any advice on upcoming comedic style of singer-songwriters?
If you're going to write a funny song, just be funny. That's really clever of me, isn't it? It's a weird thing because you have to kind of have that weird comedian way of looking at life. I mean, we all look at life and we see things differently from most normal people because none of us are normal. I mean, like a song like, you know, Let's Stay Inside. It's like an ironic, you know, hey, everything's great outside. Let's not go out. You know, that's the whole point of that song. The Catholic song, of course, I explained before. It's because, you know, you're feeling kind of nostalgic for the old days. I Hate Everybody, self-explanatory. It's just one of those things where if you have the inspiration, you just write some lyrics down and then put the music to it that you feel is best for it. You know, it's just go with it. See, you know, and also it also helps to do it in front of an audience and see if they like it. You know, the people really like the Catholic song, and I've got some really nice feedback on I Hate Everybody and Let's Stay Inside. So you put it out there. It's like being a comedian. You try your jokes out in front of an audience. And hopefully, you know, and if they do, you keep it. If they don't, you keep writing until they do. So,
okay, this is going to be the last question. What advice would you give to your 20-year-old self?
Oh, my 20-year-old self? Okay, I would go to my 20-year-old self and say, hey, there's a pandemic coming. Put some money away. And you know what? You kind of laugh, but it's like there's so many people.
That's it.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm telling you, especially if you do what we do, like you're a musician, a songwriter. I mean, look what's happened. None of us are working right now, and I tell my kids, you got to start socking it away, you know, as early as you can, because you never know what's going to happen, you know. And so many artists have any. And I mean, luckily I have some savings. I wish I had told my 20-year-old self to start saving back then, you know.
True.
So that's my 20-year-old advice, young lady. I'm gonna Hello, Matt, to all my 20-year-old friends.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your funny music today.
Pleasure. Thanks for letting me do it.
Appreciate you, Dennis. And until we speak again, sayonara.
Yes, and go, yeah.
Were you trying to speak some Japanese?
I was trying to come up with something clever in Japanese, but then I realized I don't speak Japanese, so then I just failed. So I figure I'll just say sayonara. I assume that means Tupperware. Is that what that word means? No.
Oh, I have those on my Japanese videos that using. Yeah, I call it JaPhonics.
JaPhonics.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the links. I use English words and then in a funny way so you can remember how to say in Japanese.
You're everywhere.
You know how to say thank you in Japanese?
Oh, in Japanese? Thank you. No? No? Not even close?
No, arigato.
Obrigado. I
Right.
did know that. Just forgot. I just
Right?
forgot.
Right?
Mhm.
So a lot of people know arigato, but most of them don't know how to say you're welcome. That's what I wanted to say. How to remember you're welcome.
You're welcome is prego. Is prego. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Italian. I knew it was one of those. Some tutorials online.
That's what I'm saying. I do have it on the video.
Geez, you're like the Asian Oprah. I'm telling you. Very proud of you.
So can I tell you how to say you're welcome in Japanese?
Please do.
Okay. Don't touch my mustache.
Don't touch my mustache.
Right. どういたしまして. It sounds like don't touch my mustache, right?
You know, it's a little bit too difficult for me, so instead of saying you welcome in Japanese, can I just say this? How about that? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Does that work?
That works.
Okay.
That works. That
Right.
works.
So, obrigado and
Well, can I tell you two more? Before we eat, we say itadakimasu. It's difficult. So I tell American people, say, eat the duck and mouse.
Eat a duck and mouse.
Right.
Eat a duck and mouse.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And after we eat, we say, gochisou-sama deshita. This one was pretty difficult. So me and Obi cracked our heads and really thought hard and came up with this. Goat soup for my desktop.
Gold soup for my desktop?
Right. So,
Okay.
goat soup for my desktop. Gochisou-sama
Gold soup for
deshita.
my desktop. Obrigado.
Obrigado is Portuguese. Japanese is arigato.
Oh, okay. Arigato. So if I say obrigado and I'm in Japan, I will get evicted from the building immediately. Is that what you're saying? By the way, speaking of things that sound like other things. If someone's talking to you and they ask you a question, here's what you do. You say, "Go tickle your ass with a feather," and then they say, "What did you say?" And you say, "I said we're having particularly nasty weather." And that's free from me to you. I'm telling you, we're providing a service here.
Yeah, we do. I learned a new one. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, it's the least I could do. You were being so kind to tell me all these things that I'll forget immediately, probably as soon as
Okay, thank you, Dennis.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me on and be stupid. Thank you for letting me be.
Thank you.
Much appreciate it.
Don't forget to click subscribe and hit the bell to get notified about new videos of Songwriters Room or my new music or Japanese series. Thank you for watching. Arigato. Sayonara.